Hello and welcome to Forgotten Temples, Cambodia yet again. And today I'm at the unbelievably, delightfully named Koh Ko. Isn't that wonderful? And it is an absolute treat for myself because I saw a bit of Khmer writing on a map and underneath it, it said temple. And I thought, I'll give it a go. And every single time I do that, pretty much, there's nothing there. But on those rare occasions, there is something at the end of the road. And this is one of those very rare occasions because through there, in this absolutely delightful glade, it is so pretty round here, it's unbelievable. There is a tiny, broken down, lonely little thing that has all been forgotten. So it won't take us long. But let's go and introduce ourselves. A quick look at the countryside round here. And you can see all the palm trees over here. And there, can you see that? That's a farmer heading off to his fields. And I don't know why it attracts me so. I've noticed there is actually rice growing behind me, which means this land is very low. It's very fertile. And maybe that's what's drawing me in. And maybe that is also why our temple is here, because of this very fertile land, and the temple is just through here. And there is some of the beautiful countryside that surrounds, and weirdly enough, through there is actually some rice fields, and that's very late because it's March, which tells us something. We're closer to the water table than most, and in front of us is this mound, and this is where our temple lays. And look, you see these palm trees sticking up in a nice cluster. It's almost like a crown, isn't it? I mean, it's just lovely. Someone has come round here and actually tidied up a bit. And it has all these lovely trees and bushes, and it's just a beautiful drop of countryside, dear old Koh Ko. And he lays just through here. As we move forward, and we can see the pride of the Khmer flag. And this is the back side of him. Now, as has become apparent, there's not an awful lot left. Look at these roots, aren't they fantastic? When they get big and mighty, those trees, they certainly are unbelievably destructive, but stunningly pretty as well. I think we've all been in one of those kind of relationships. And this would have been the front entrance, of course. And he threw me a bit of a curveball, this one, because I bounded forward and thought, oh, look at that. There's Sanskrit writing. But it's not. It's very bizarre. This, I believe, are just tool marks, because if we go up here, you can see the strike marks in no particular order. But here, they just seem to be linear. I mean, here's a better example. There's just strike after strike after strike, and they're not forming any characters. There may be a reason for this. Maybe there was writing on there, someone took it off. I don't know. That would make sense to me. But it's not Sanskrit, because I've seen that many times. So a bit of a mystery as to why that should be. And there, as I say, is the Khmer flag. But what we want to do is just nip inside. So let's step up onto where the doorway would have been, and we are actually at the normal level. So what we're going to do is now is go down. Boopy-doo. There we go. And this is interesting, because this gives us a rare look. You see, this is the doorway here, obviously, and this would have been where people would have come in at this level. And we go down, 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 down. And we can see how these things were constructed a bit more. And look, you see, mighty, mighty blocks. Let me put my hand there so you can get an idea. And then on top of those blocks was the brick. And this is where it has failed. Those bricks are so easily pulled apart by chaps like this. You see, this tree has dug himself in another one here, and they literally just force it all apart and it falls on down. So with the later temples, we have all this larger stone, and if we look at Angkor Wat, we see a better preserved temple. But with these bricks, no, it's just not strong enough. So let's just step out and have a final look. And let's glance at this countryside just one more time, because it is so lovely. It is such a beautiful day. And there's not an awful lot to him. But remember that crown I mentioned? It suits him. It suits him real well. So that was Koh Ko. And here is a big pile of dried leaves offering me the crunch sound that I seek. Because if you can hear that crunch underfoot, then I assure you, you're in a better place, and those stresses and strains of life will dissolve away by getting out and about some. Like here, we didn't see much of a temple, did we? But what a fantastic name. And believe me, I wish I could spend more time showing you the countryside, because it is really, really good here. This has been Mr. B, Forgotten Temples. Please like, subscribe, and of course comment. I love hearing from you. So until next time, when we go hand in hand on another brief adventure, I wish you absolutely nothing but the very best. Take good care.